Excellency, on behalf of all of you once again, I welcome His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, to this region, and I wish him a very successful tour.
Ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, I come on a visit. It is a working visit to visit some infrastructural projects that we have been undertaking in the northern region. And the first port of call is the Tamale Teaching Hospital. I'm therefore very delighted to join you here today for the official inauguration of the completion of the first phase of work on the rehabilitation and expansion of the Tamale Teaching Hospital. We now have a brand new 5-story block with several new facilities, including surgical theaters and intensive care units in this hospital. There has also been a complete refurbishment of the existing hospital and the provision of many other critical services in this place. I'm very glad that the completion of the first phase allows me also at the same time to cut the sod for the start of work on the second phase of the upgrade and expansion of Tamale Teaching Hospital. This second phase would raise the standard and quality of Tamale Hospital as one of the best hospitals in the country. And now the University of Development Studies is training and graduating its medical students here using the new facilities at the Tamale Teaching Hospital. It therefore became necessary for us to upgrade and expand the hospital in order that it can meet the needs of the people in its catchment area. Funding has been secured, the agreement has been signed, and work is set to start. And in that regard, I'm very happy to note the progress of work currently ongoing at the Wa Regional Hospital. We have done designs and are concluding financing for a regional hospital in the eastern region. And we're planning another hospital for the upper east region in Bolgatanga and one more in the western region for the people of that region. So far, 7 district hospital projects are ongoing and 9 district hospitals are about to start. It is our vision that every district in this country should be equipped with a hospital. We have built 5 polyclinics in the northern region. We've built and completed another 5 polyclinics in the upper west region. We have built 5 polyclinics in the Brong-Ahafo region, and we're starting 5 new polyclinics in the western region. And as we said in our manifesto, we built 700 new CHIPS compounds in the first 4 years from 2009 to 2012. And from 2013 to 2016, we intend to build another 1,600 CHIPS compounds across the country. This will bring healthcare to the doorsteps of our people. I have stated that by the end of my first term as President of Ghana, I wish to achieve a vision that Ghana would have one of the best healthcare facilities in the sub-region. We're working on several road projects, as you were told. The Sola Fufuso Road is advancing quite commendably. We have almost completed the Buipe Tamale asphalt overlay project, which has made the road from Buipe to Tamale much better. We are planning a new bypass for Tamale so that big trucks and other vehicles going to Bolga and Paga and Burkina Faso will pass the outskirts of the city rather than passing through the center. We're going to speed up work on the Wale-Wale-Gambaga Road and complete it. A contractor from Brazil, Odebrecht, is mobilizing onto the northern end of the eastern corridor and is going to start work from Otidamanko to Napanduri. We are going to complete the Tamale Kumbungu Road. Indeed, this probably will be the most exciting to the people of Tamale. There's a market here in Tamale that was begun in Achampon's time but was never finished. That is the Abuabo market. We have secured funding to complete the Abuabo market. Indeed, there are so many other things, water projects, agricultural projects that are too many to mention. But I just wish to say the future is bright for this country and for the people of Northern Region. On this note, I wish to declare the commissioning of the first phase of the rehabilitation and expansion of the Tamale Teaching Hospital, and then also to declare the start of work on the second phase of the rehabilitation and expansion of the Tamale Teaching Hospital. Let's get back to work. Let's think and work for Ghana. Thank you, and may God continue to bless us all. I'm very delighted to be here today because I have an association with the event in respect of the commissioning of the National Communications Authorities. In 1997, the NCA was born. It started as a very fledgling institution. I remember how it started. It was like a young eagle that couldn't fly yet and had to be nurtured to grow to become what it has become today. And today we can look back with pride and see how far we've come in terms of telecom expansion and ICT in Ghana. Indeed, today when I was leaving Accra, there was a study that said that probably outside South Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa, Ghana probably has the largest access to mobile broadband in this continent. And if you look today at how telecoms have exploded across our country, I mean, it's truly remarkable. 27 million subscribers, that is phenomenal. It means we have more subscribers than our total population. But we know that people have multiple phones. A lot of people have 2 phones, others have 3, and so on and so forth. Today, you don't need to travel unnecessarily. You can reach anybody, anywhere with a mobile phone. And as you are aware, we're currently laying a fiber optic cable, which is going to increase the bandwidth and speed for communities around the country. Our intention is to connect every district, every municipal assembly in this country to internet services and broadband services. The length of the optic fiber cable is approximately 780 kilometers. It was launched last year, and as I speak, so far 200 kilometers of the 780-kilometer optic fiber cable has been completed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to note that Tamale is going to be the converging point for the optic fiber system of the National Communications Backbone Company of Vodafone. It is our expectation that over 200 towns and communities along this national axis will be connected to the backbone. And so I want to congratulate NCA for what is a beautiful building. And so with these words, I duly declare the NCA Building Commissioning. I'm very delighted here today because I have an association with the event in respect of the commissioning of the regional offices of the National Health Insurance Authority. The National Health Insurance Scheme is perhaps our most important social protection intervention, and it ensures access to quality health care for the majority of our people. It has helped to improve healthcare in even some of the remotest parts of our country. Ghana took an early lead in terms of establishing our health insurance scheme. And so we've become one of the pioneers of national health insurance in Africa. And I know that many countries are following in our footsteps. Day in and day out, you hear that other African countries have sent teams to come and study how we set up our national health insurance scheme. And so I want to commend the scheme operators and to commend all those who contributed to the setting up of our health insurance scheme and helping to make it a model in Africa. As the minister told you, we have continued to expand the access, the diseases and other medical ailments that are covered by the scheme. And as she said, we are covering breast and cervical cancers, and then we're providing maternal health services to our women. And it is good news, she just announced that family planning services are also going to be provided under the scheme, and also the scheme is going to cover mental health ailments. And so it is a good scheme, it is expanding, and I'm happy that pensioners are covered. They have contributed their quota to the development of our country, and therefore in their old age it is only fitting that we ensure that they continue to maintain good health. And so pensioners are covered under the scheme, and all underage young people, children, are covered under the scheme. And so it is fitting that the authority that manages such an important social protection intervention should have offices that create an amiable environment for them to be able to do their work. And therefore, instead of staying in ad hoc premises today, we are here to commission the new headquarters building of the National Health Insurance in the northern region. I believe that the movement into this headquarters would give the staff the kind of environment they need and the peace to be able to do their work properly. Our National Health Insurance Scheme is fraught with a lot of challenges. One of such challenges is the level of fraud. I know you've done a lot of work using clinical audits and other audits to be able to reduce the level of fraud, but I believe that we can bring this down further. And so I'm happy that these offices would allow you to be able to work properly in the interest of the authority to make sure that our National Health Insurance Scheme is sustainable. I'm aware that the Health Authority, Insurance Authority, is also rolling out claim centers so that claims can be handled in a speedy manner and be audited properly to ensure that there's no loss to the scheme. And I am aware that one of such claim centers is going to be built here in Tamale. We have introduced a capitation grant in order to improve the sustainability of the scheme. And I wish to crave the indulgence of medical practitioners to bear with the Health Insurance Authority as they roll out this capitation program across the country. If we are to make the health insurance scheme sustainable, then it is linked with the capitation scheme that is being rolled out. And so I ask everybody to be patient. Government continues to be the guarantor of the National Health Insurance Scheme, and we will make sure that the scheme not only survives, but continues to be a model for the rest of Africa. And so on that note, I declare duly commissioned the regional offices of the National Health Insurance Authority. Thank you all, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.
The journalists.
Yes. So we have got the names of the beneficiaries. This is a pilot project that we are looking at. It's promoted by a private company, Platinum Motors. So these first 10 are a pilot project, and they are starting in Tamale. They are supposed to give it to young people. It's supposed to be an alternative to the Okada. Okada can take only one person behind. This one can take 2 people. And so instead of the boys doing Okada, they want to give them these tricycles, which are more stable, safer, you know, to be able to earn some money for themselves. And the pilot project is starting here in Tamale. So these are the first ones that have been supplied.
President, I, the Nayiri, overlord of Bukpurugu traditional area, is a peacemaker and always stands for peace. I have been a peace campaigner over the years. Our hope and prayer that the country sustains this peace that we enjoy now for many years to come. With this upgradement, I am told that the school can now award diploma in nursing. This, I say, the people of Bukpurugu are grateful to you and your government.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by thanking the Nayiri for this grand Deba that he has held in my honor to mark the occasion of my working visit to the Bukpurugu traditional area. Bukpurugu is one of the oldest kingdoms in the northern part of Ghana and one of the most respected. As the Nayiri boldly stated in the speech that was read on his behalf, He is a peacemaker. And I want to thank him for his tolerance and patience, and I want to urge him to continue to do so. Because peace is necessary for development and progress. There are many things that we need here, and I know that the most important is the road network. And so one of the major investments, as I said some time back, that we're going to do in terms of development of this country is the road network. And I've pledged that in the next 3 years, we're going to invest in excess of $1 billion in roads alone. And this is going to affect some of the major roads that we have here in the north. We have secured funding from Brazil for the northern segment of the Eastern Corridor Road project. And the contractors are currently mobilizing to site. And they're going to start the road from Otidamanko at the border of the Volta region to Nakwanduri in the Mampurugu traditional area. And so when that road is done, it means the Walwale Gambaga Nalergu road will connect to the Eastern Corridor Road. We are looking for money to finish the last phase, which will take it from Nakwanduri to Kulungungu, so that it will make transportation in this place possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we are implementing an electrification program, and for the communities that have not yet been electrified, I wish to assure you that work is going to speed up. We are connecting at least 500 communities in the northern region to the national electrification grid, and that is going to create the opportunity for employment generation and the flourishing of small and medium enterprises. Work is also going to start soon on the expansion of the water system in Gambaga and Nalergu under the Sustainable Rural Water and Sanitation Program. We have given accreditation to the Gambaga College of Education, and I have directed the Ministry of Education to absorb it into the government system. As the Nairi rightfully mentioned, we have upgraded the Health Assistance Training School in Gambaga into a diploma awarding nursing institution. What we are left to do is to improve the infrastructure there so that we can increase the capacity of the school to absorb new entrants. The First Lady visited what is called the Gambaga Witches Camp. She noted the deplorable state in which the lives of the women were. And so she initiated the construction of a vocational training center for the Gambaga Witches Camp. I'm informed that work is ongoing and the project is on track and it will be delivered on time to improve the lives of the residents of the camp. We also are providing extra infrastructure for the Nalergu Senior High School in the form of a science block and a new dining hall for that school. We are on track to start the first 50 secondary schools, and after that, we will commence the second batch of 50. And so we're expecting that this year, we'll be able to start work on at least 100 community-day secondary schools. And I'm sure that several of those community-day secondary schools will be sited in the Mampurugu traditional area. Recently, as a government, we have had to take some measures in order to put the economy on a good footing. Those measures are not easy to take. As president, I know they inflict hardship on our people, but it is necessary to create an environment that is economically conducive to create jobs for our young people to be able to work. Nobody likes an economy that has interest rates that are as high as 27%. Nobody likes an economy that has inflation rates as high as 13.5%. Because when you have an inflationary economy like that, and you have an economy with high interest rates, it makes it difficult for small and medium enterprises to survive. And if small and medium enterprises cannot survive, then you cannot create jobs for the young people who are coming out of school. And so there are difficult decisions for me to take, but as president, that is what you are elected for. You are elected to take decisions that are difficult to take, but are in the interest of the people. And so I want to thank you again for the support you have given, and to say that as a son of the North, I will never disappoint you. I thank you very much. God bless all of you. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Now that the over 20,000 people in Bukpurugu have access to potable water, we shall put all hands on deck to efficiently manage this scarce resource. Water is life. I therefore want to take this opportunity to thank the NDC government and all development partners who have made it possible for us to have this lifetime facility. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The commissioning of a small town water system that will provide critical, life-giving water to the community. Water is life. And so this small town water system is a life-giving opportunity for the people of Bukpurugu. Availability of water improves the lives of our people, and most especially our women. As you're aware, we're pursuing a policy of water for all by the year 2020. But within that overall policy, we also have the targets that we set ourselves under the Millennium Development Goals. And under the Millennium Development Goals for rural water, we are supposed to attain a target of 76%. Ghana currently has attained 64% coverage in rural water. My brothers and sisters, unfortunately, in the area of sanitation, it is the MDG in which we have posted our worst performance. The target for sanitation under the Millennium Development Goals is 55% coverage in terms of access to household latrines. I thought we had achieved 18%, but the head of Community Water and Sanitation Agency is telling me that we are at about 14%, which is even worse than I thought. 14% over 55% is not a very commendable achievement. But I must say, it is also partly because of the way the target is structured. The target counts only household toilets and does not count shared facilities. As we are aware, in many of our communities, toilets and lavatories are shared by the community. And so probably if we counted shared facilities, we would have performed much better than we have. And so the encouragement is that for house owners who are building houses, you must design the houses to have household toilets. In addition, those who already have houses built are encouraged to incorporate household toilets in their facilities. And if we did that, I think we'll come much closer to achieving the target of the MDG at 55%. I've seen many occasions where we have, with a lot of fanfare, commissioned water systems. But the management of those water systems has been not up to the mark. The system is going to be handed over to the Community Water and Sanitation Management Team. It is a very big responsibility we're going to put on the shoulders of that team. And they need to work hard to ensure that this system is well maintained. And so I urge the citizens of Bukpurugu, when your management team comes around, to collect the modest tariffs, which will be your contribution to making sure that this water system serves you through your lifetime. Please don't hesitate to make your contribution. The Bukpurugu in his statement talked about your road. I passed on it during the election, and I know the state in which it is. I want to assure you that during this term of my office, we will finish the Waliwali, Gambaga, Bukpurugu, Nakwanduri Road. And not only that, we have also secured funding, and the contractor is mobilizing to move onto site. And so this year, work is going to start on the Eastern Corridor Road from Otidamanko to Nakwanduri. If that road is done, it's going to open up this Eastern Corridor to commercial activity. And it will be a fitting reward to the hard-working farmers of this area that they are able to evacuate their farm produce much easier than they would have done in the past. And so the construction of the road from Damanko, which is on the border of the Volta region, to Nakwanduri, together with the road from Nakwanduri through here to Walwali, will open up this area to proper commercial activity. We are still looking for money to finish the last segment of the Eastern Corridor, and that will take the road from Nakwanduri to Kulungungu in the Upper East region. And I'm sure that we will find the money to be able to do it. All other projects are on stream. Electrification projects. We launched the Northern Rural Electrification Project, and is going to connect 500 communities in the northern region to the national grid. The good thing about this project is it allows the opportunity for SMEs to develop. But the good news I can give you today is that for the two schools, Bukpurugu Senior High and Nakwanduri Senior High, we have awarded contracts for the construction of 2 girls' dormitories, 1 in each of the 2 senior high schools I mentioned. And so you have 1 girls' dormitory in Bukpurugu Senior High and 1 girls' dormitory in Nakwanduri Senior High School. We have a lot we can do for you, but we can do it only if we learn to live in peace. Now that brings me to the message of peace. This district has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. Conflict, perennial conflict, are occurrences that give the district a very bad reputation. God put us here for a purpose. And all of us are one and the same people. If I look at the crowd gathered here, I cannot distinguish who is a Mamprusi or a Bimoba or a Konkomba until you open your mouth and speak your language. I won't be able to tell the difference between any of you. And so why can't we live together? We should be able to live together. None of us is going to go anywhere. You wake up one day and all Mamprusis have left here. Or you wake up one day and there's no Bimoba in this district. Or you won't wake up one day and there's no Konkomba here. We are destined to live here together forever. And so we must learn to live with each other. The three northern regions are the poorest part of our country. And government is determined to bring development to the three northern regions. But we can only do it in an atmosphere of peace. Nobody wants to come and work in a district where there's fighting. We are determined to push on with improving the lives of our people here. And it is my hope that the chiefs and people will also cooperate with us in government to ensure that we are able to achieve this vision. With these few words, I want to declare the Bukpurugu small town water system duly commissioned. I thank you very much for your kind attention. God bless us all. God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you. I want to take the opportunity to thank the government and people of Canada for this excellent symbol of cooperation we're about to commission. I cut this ribbon to mark the commissioning of the Bukpurugu small town water system. Amen.
Open this one.
2004.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2004.
Yes, sir. Where's the two? The two?
Shot of the building.